Aloha! Today we're visiting the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center once again. We love this place. It really is the center for the arts here on the Valley Isle. There's so much creativity going on in every workshop, and today it's their family day, and that means kids are out here and they're having a great time. They're doing a scavenger hunt, and every workshop has something unique and clever going on. There's lots of creativity happening here. So I thought it would be fun to come back to the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center, hopefully talk with some of the young artists as part of their ongoing youth art exhibition, which begins today and runs, well, it's not ongoing because it runs through the 21st, but what a beautiful place to be. We're getting a little bit of that pineapple mist, but outside of that, what a fabulous view and an inspiring place indeed to be able to create artwork, especially for the kids. So we're going to go inside while the weather is holding up pretty well, and we're going to check out some of the workshops and see what the kids are up to. We're talking with Katie, who teaches kids?
Yep, preschool through high school, depending on the class.
Oh, yeah. That's a big class.
Yes, well, in different classes.
Yeah, yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you teach exactly?
I teach some alternative photography, some ceramics, metalsmithing, depending on the age.
Wow.
Again, a lot of wire working for the younger kids, and drawing and painting, and then some fun crafty stuff for our little guys.
Yeah, now I have to point out, you've got a big old bag of corks.
Drink all that wine.
No. And that was kind of a gift.
It was a donation from the winery in
Tedeschi.
Willapalakua, yes.
Yes, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I love to see that, yeah, because you can create all kinds of wonderful things with cork.
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
you have some of the creations right here.
Yeah, we've been making little creatures
Isn't that fun?
We attach key rings to for keychains for the kids.
Is
So
that
a little
good
back
fun,
to school
man?
project.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And the kids are just having a ball, and
They are.
you just have kind of an influx of kids.
Yes.
You know, this is different from your regular classes.
Yes, yeah, very different. But a lot of these kids are students that I've had in the past, so that's always fun.
What's your art background?
I went to college in Western New York with a concentration in watercolor and ceramics, and was planning on going to grad school for art journalism, but changed my track and came out here and ended up teaching.
Wow. Well, what a great place.
It is. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Oh, I know. Now, this is a fairly new building here on the Kaluanui grounds.
Yeah, it was built in the early 90s, so a lot newer than the rest of the main buildings.
Yeah, it's just a wonderful place to create all kinds of marvelous items.
It is, yeah.
Are you an artist on your own right? I mean, you are a creative maker?
I am. I have a small business selling my pottery and jewelry as well.
Oh, what's the name of your company?
Shady Grove Creations.
And
so I sell
you're
my
on the
work.
internet.
I am, yeah.
Shady
Local
Grove
craft
Creations.
fairs.
How fun.
Yeah, it's a great combination. I work up in administration here, so I'm learning a lot about all the different aspects of the art world.
Oh, is this a great place to be?
It is. Very blessed.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Good
you.
meeting you.
You too.
Carry on. Keep it up. We're going to move on to another workshop. There's
Sounds
so
good.
much territory to cover here.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
All right. Aloha.
Aloha.
We're talking with Caroline Killhour, and we've talked with you before here at Hui No'eau at the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center, but you've never let us into the Tapa room. Yeah, this is not a room that I guess anybody could come in here, but we've never seen it before.
Yes, because this is a room that we call it our history room, and right now it's full of kapa, and it's Delani Tanahi's work, and it's quite beautiful, and this is free and open to the public 7 days a week, and you get to come into this history room and see authentic kapa. So I'm glad you were able to make it.
Yeah, this is extraordinary. I love all the handicrafts and the crafts and the wonderful creative things that go on here, and it's so varied. Let's talk a little bit about the workshops. We're going to visit a few.
Okay.
I know we had the glass blowing workshop because we visited that before, but you also have a printmaking workshop.
Yep.
Jewelry,
ceramics, and we have a collage, face painting, drawing, and so a whole lot of things here today. It's called Family Day.
Yeah, it's Family Day.
Yeah, it's free and open to the public, and we're celebrating 250 campers' artwork in our gallery, so it's very exciting.
Well, let's step into the gallery because you have some extraordinary pieces in there that are done by a whole group of students. Can I call them students?
Yes.
Because they're young artists, really. In many cases, I think they're just extraordinarily talented. And you've got pieces which we'll see where several of them have created one big, large work of art.
Yes.
And it's extraordinary.
They work together on that. But before we go, I want to say that we teach kapa here, so you can take workshops on this with Delani, and she comes over from Oahu and gives a few workshops every year. So if you'd like to learn, please take a look at our website or come and call the front desk, and we'd be happy to tell you when the next one is.
And you have workshops for not just adults, but for
children.
And many children are here today. You can kind of see it out the window there, but we'll walk around and we'll get a better view of what's going on, because the kids are having a ball. You've got a scavenger hunt going on.
Yeah, and we have something called Family Day, Family Fridays, and it's one Friday a month, and we invite the parents and the child, or the grandparents, or the aunts and uncles, and you come together and you all make something together, because it's always something to do on a Friday evening, and get creative and spend some time together.
And get away from the television and the gadgets and all of that, and get into making things. We want to encourage makers in this world. We need more makers. Well, let's see some of the works in the other room.
Absolutely.
And we'll talk a little bit more.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're coming into the gallery part of the Hui No'eau. And a lot of activity going on in here. This is the 2016 Youth Art Exhibition. And as I mentioned, there's some wonderful pieces that have been created by groups of students. And I love the way it all came together, and how you've got this cohesive work of art that, it's amazing you can get so many kids to work on something and it all works together.
Well, this is a really nice example here. You had the class all working together, and this is tree bark that they painted on, and they tried to capture the harmonious relationship between birds and trees. So it was a really interesting assignment for them, and you can see it's really quite beautiful to do a simple silhouette of birds, and then using actual, the bark of the tree, which they peeled off and prepared for this. And then our exhibitions coordinator grouped them all together so that we can kind of enjoy them as a whole unit here. So.
How much involvement do you have in the overall show?
Well, I am very lucky that I have a very talented staff. So we have very talented teachers, and they come up with the themes for the week, and they also decide which groups of artwork that they're very proud of and that they would like to put into the show. Of course, there's a lot to choose from, but they have to narrow it down. We have every child represented that was here at camp, so that's also really nice.
Yeah, that's
and
wonderful.
yeah, their other names are on there. And then we have an exhibitions. We use our same professional exhibitions people that come in and install the artwork. That's why it's really fun with different three-dimensional things.
Yeah.
And Dara Orwig and Michael
Love Darryl
Jahave.
Orwig.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
been such a part of the music scene here.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorites is the elephants over there against the wall. I love that. And some delightful pieces in the next room too. I think we should go in there and
Absolutely.
take a look. There's something going on everywhere, and we only have
yeah.
so much time, We even have animation in the show, and that's really amazing. I mean, young animators, who knows, they'll be working on the next Star Trek movie or some amazing piece of work. And isn't this cute? I mean, this is all done with claymation, really.
Yep.
And over on the side here, they have some of the original
sets.
little characters and
Yeah,
people that are doing
so here's
this.
the sets that they made out of clay, and they did a storyboard and designed what was going to be the story they were going to tell. Then they worked as a team, and then they made all the different pieces, and then they worked with their storyboards and moved their pieces around and created this stop frame animation. And
it's
it's
so great.
really exciting, and they're really a lot of fun.
Oh, I
And,
see. This is not just one artist. This
yeah.
is a whole group of kids
Yeah, absolutely.
that have come up with the different characters. And
Yeah.
how fun is that?
Yeah, so
Picture of it.
yeah, they're really fun, aren't they? Well, it's kind of neat because when you work on a storyboard, you have some kids that are really great at telling a story. You might have another kid that's really great at sketching it out and
Well, sure.
thinking about a frame. And then you have another kid who's good with color or three-dimensional, and they all kind of come together to make a really lively and very interesting story here. So
As I've said
we're really
before,
proud
the
of
Hui
this.
No'eau is one inspiring place to be. You can just walk on the grounds and be inspired. It's so beautiful here.
Yeah, we have 25 acres, and you're welcome to come and walk around. It's free and it's beautiful.
I think
and
we should do some walkabout here.
Definitely.
Dana did pottery 20 years ago plus in college, and it came back like that. And so anyone who has done this, it's like riding a bike, it will come back. And then other people, they're starting cold, and they learn how to center and form a pot. It's not an easy thing to learn. It takes time, it takes a lot of practice. It takes patience and perseverance.
And you don't just create pots, but some people create sculptures.
Turn around,
and-
look at it. Ian does wonderful, wonderful work.
So this hasn't been fired, or has it?
No,
No.
it's just wet clay. So you can work for a long time while the clay's wet, as long as you
Keep it wet.
keep it wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Wonderful.
Ceramics gets to be pretty vigorous.
Potter's
And-
best friend right there.
Extra incentive, I see.
The spray
yeah.
bottle.
Now, is there a certain kind of clay that you only use, or are there different kinds?
All our clays are high fire clays, cone 10. They mature at about 2,400 degrees Fahrenheit. But clays are formulated now to come in a variety of colors.
So you can't just go down to the riverside and dig up some clay and make something.
Well, we don't have clay in our riversides, but even if you did, it would be a low fire and it would be
okay.
full of impurities.
Well, these are things we're learning here.
Right, so we mix clays now. Clay companies actually formulate clays. Ian's working in a high fire brown clay.
Yeah.
The students work with an iron bearing believe it or not, that will go darker in the firing. That gray raw clay she's taking off the
Oh, yeah,
plaster
sure.
mat. And then we have white stonewares, which are a white body, and people can work in porcelain, which is pure white.
Well, I love this piece with the bird.
Isn't it
I
great?
think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
And the pedestal that it's on,
That he's created?
yeah, that
Yeah.
he's created,
He does wonderful textures.
reminds me of some of the desert scenes that I've seen. What inspired you to create the? I'm going to call it a pedestal, but
Yeah, it is a pedestal, and I like to go over and run around on the Big Island lava fields. And you see the
Okay.
Pohoihoi lava
yeah, that's right.
comes out like cake batter, makes all these folds, and then inflates from the inside, so it breaks into all these blocks. And so those lava fields become part of the habitat as they grow up into forests
Yeah.
for Hawaiian crow.
And this would be a lot easier to work with than working with lava in general, hard or soft. And Pamela, you've been coming here, I imagine, for a while.
I've
'Cause
been
you-
coming here for 6 years.
6 years.
Taking classes and coming to Open Studio.
Do you take advantage of the other workshops, or is this your
Strictly
thing?
jewelry. Strictly,
Jewelry.
yeah.
Yeah. And this is a piece you're wearing your necklace?
Yes,
It's one
I
of
made
yours?
this, and I
Yes?
just finished this box ring. It's
Oh, wow, that's lovely.
Argentium silver, 18 karat gold with a, what's that stone? Larimar stone. It's a custom piece for someone. You want to feel it? It's hollow.
Oh, yeah. And it feels like it has a secret compartment for poison.
It does. So this is a class I'm taking from Roberta, who's one of the instructors here.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Well, thank you.
Well,
It's very
thank
interesting,
you
and
for-
we've got it. I don't see any kids in here.
No
So-
children. No children.
No kids,
They
but
have
they do.
been here.
But they do workshops here too, right? And work with dangerous materials, do they?
Fire. They get to use torches, hammers.
Really? Oh, they can make all
grinders.
kinds of noise. What
The
kid
women
doesn't
in
love
here
that?
love it. We come in here and we just beat metal and have fun.
Now this guy over here, he's one of my biggest fans on
Yes,
Mana'o
let's
Radio.
pass this
He
on
listens
to-
all the time, even when I'm not there. What's your name, sir?
Jonathan Mann.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah.
And how long have you been working in the jewelry studio here?
It'll be 2 years next
Yeah,
month.
it's a great opportunity. What a wonderful space to be able to work in. Do you have studios in your own location, your own home, or
You can come and rent studio space here.
you can rent studio space?
It's $100 a month if you've taken classes here already and you're accepted by the instructors.
Do you have
Ray.
one of your pieces that we can take a look at? Something you're working on?
Well, I just finished this. I had a piece similar to this in Art Maui
Oh yeah.
this year.
Well, that's an honor in itself. Oh, that's beautiful. Is that opal?
It's opal set in specular hematite.
Hematite. That sounds like a biblical word.
Well, it's an iron ore.
Oh, I thought it was a group of people who lived back in the biblical days, the Hematites.
Oh yeah, the Hittite. Yeah, they live right next door to the Hittites. Yeah.
Well, that's lovely.
And so yeah, I got a little flecks of mica in it. In the sunlight, it really
Yeah.
sparkles.
Opal is kind of a fragile stone, though, isn't it?
Opal is a very fragile stone.
Is it hard to work with?
It's 1 to 2% water. You have to be very careful
Wow.
with it. I've ruined more than one piece.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a confession. Just heard for the first time today.
Well, this is a fascinating look at the jewelry studio, and we're anxious to look around at a few of the other workshops while we have time. There's so much to see and so much activity. The creative spirit is alive at the Hui.
Today is family day, so we have groups of families and their children are coming through, participating in a scavenger hunt.
Oh, yeah.
So since this is the print studio, I took advantage of the situation and spread out different kinds of printmaking on the table. So since the people are coming through, I may introduce them to some printmaking methods. And it worked really good so far. I think 20 children are running around with handmade prints at this time. And as a simple introduction, I brought some linoleum plates, which I have carved recently.
These are yours?
Yes.
Ah,
they
beautiful.
depict different Polynesian tattoo designs.
Oh, okay. And you're
So-
no stranger to a beautiful tattoo yourself.
Yeah, you know, I work as a tattoo artist, so I've studied a lot of different histories of tattoo design, you know, like Japanese, Polynesian, very, very interesting subject.
Well, it's hugely popular now. When I was a kid, it was pretty much sailors and prisoners
Right?
who got
Yeah.
tattoos. And they weren't like the fabulous tattoos like you're wearing here. Is
I
this
know,
beautiful.
tattooing came far in the past couple of years.
Now, you didn't do yourself, did you?
Oh, only some on my leg.
Oh, okay.
You need 2 hands.
Because that would be difficult then. Yeah. And,
But
some
it's
people-
doable. It's not that bad.
some people have their face and their head tattooed. Could you tell them not to do that?
Why?
It's disturbing.
Well, you know, like in that matter, I think it depends. In Hawaiian history, the face tattoo
Well, that's right,
has a
yeah.
very important meaning,
Yeah.
and it is something they traditionally just like to do.
Yeah, sure.
And us Westerners just can't get used to it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, that's a whole different story.
Well, I have no ethnic traditions at all. I don't even think I am ethnic in any way. So I have no tattoos. But I wanted to hold this up because this is their wonderful catalog. Create is the whole idea here at the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center. And you can find classes for everything, no matter what you're interested in. Everybody has a creative bent. You know, we all have a leaning toward, yours is tattoo and this, and I'm sure much in the way of other art projects as well. I mean, you
yeah.
probably take advantage of this, the Hui No'eau and all their classes.
For sure, for sure. I really like how there is all these different art forms on one property.
On one
You know,
property,
like glass blowing, ceramics.
yeah.
And it is like, as an artist, you know, I studied art before, and now I'm very much into printmaking. But it is, as a matter of fact, I know for painters to step out and get into printmaking for a minute really helps their work. It can be really inspiring to like sniff into a different medium. It may be very like refreshing for your work.
It gives you a different perspective.
Yes, same with printmakers and ceramics, for instance. There are ways to transfer blocks onto ceramics. You know, there is endless possibilities, and it's really nice to have so many different art forms on one beautiful property.
Well, speaking of printing, we have to look at this. This is an old, what would you call this? What is
Well,
this
the
exactly?
brand, it is,
Can we pull the plastic off?
Of course.
I love these machines. Now, this isn't a printer, or is it?
It's an etching press.
An etching press.
Yeah, a printing press.
What a beautiful thing. I
Yes.
love that.
It's a, as a matter of fact, it's a Ray Trail press. A printmaker from Oregon, I believe. He manufactured them himself. I think there are only 50 at the most existing.
I've
So
never
it's
seen
kind of
anything like it.
handmade. It's not industrial made. It is like a handmade, very
Really?
rare printmaking
Fantastic.
tool.
Fantastic.
It's a beauty, huh?
Yeah, it
It's kind
is.
of like sailing when you print with it.
I'd love to see it in operation sometime, maybe when we come back again. Thank you so much
You're
for
very welcome.
a little tour, and good luck with all your projects. This is so exciting here.
Thank you so much. Thanks
the-
for checking us out.
The print studio here, a printmaking studio at the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center. So Carolyn, have we pretty well covered the entire Hui No'eau visual art experience?
Yes, we have. We've kind of taken a tour through all the different studios and all the different mediums to kind of give you an idea of what you can do when you come to the Hui No'eau. And thank you, Tanya. It was great.
Yes, Tanya, thank you so much. And thanks to all the instructors
Yes.
and the kids. We didn't get enough time to really speak with some of the kids about their projects, but You can come up here on your own and you can see the show. It runs through the 21st of August.
Absolutely.
And there's always a show on.
There
At
is.
the Hui. Whether it's, I mean, you just walk around and there's a show.
Yeah, and
People
you can check out our website, huinoeau.com.
There you go.
Check us out on Facebook. You can see all kinds of things that are going on with us.
Yeah.
And try something out, like printmaking with Tanya here.
There you go. And discover your own creative abilities at
Yeah.
the Hui No'eau Visual Arts. What a great day this was at the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center for their Family Day 2016. And we look forward to coming back and seeing what else is going on at the Hui. There's always something going on creatively at the Hui No'eau Visual Arts Center, and what a beautiful place to learn the arts and to associate with other creative people. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. Thanks to Carl Rosicki, our camera guy, and Larry John for his support, and thank you for being a part of our show today. Aloha.